Hey everyone, it's Sebastian. Today I want to talk about something that's kind of near and dear to me. And I have a feeling that is something that you may be facing as well on your journey within your candle making or your candle business. And that is imposter syndrome. So what is imposter syndrome? Why do I have it? Why do you possibly have it? And what can we do about it? So imposter syndrome is essentially believing that we aren't good enough, right? And so that we are in a space that we don't fit in, right? And so I had this self-doubt about myself when we were first starting with candles, because there's a million candle makers out there. And what are we doing? We don't know anything about this. So we're way behind other people. You might be feeling the same way as far as where you're at on your journey. And then once we finally got to the point of making good candles, it's how are we going to sell them? These other people have been selling for years. How are we going to get into these markets? And then when we get into these markets, how are we going to be able to compete with these other people that have been doing this and that are much more experienced? So imposter syndrome is something that has been with me throughout my entire journey. We started at the kitchen table. It was a pandemic hobby, putting scents together. It was a passion of Chad's. And then it was, okay, let's see if we can turn this into a business. And then let's see if we can go and sell these online. And then let's go and see if we can sell these at markets. And that imposter syndrome really builds up of not thinking that you're ready for it, or that you're good enough for it, or that you're going to be able to compete. I'm always, we don't compete, we all work together here. But when you're feeling self-doubt, you feel like the other people may not kind of accept you into that community. And so it was kind of frightening for us going on that journey. And I still feel it today. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because it was last night of, thinking and thinking, what's the next for us, right? So we started making candles a couple of years ago. We sold online, sold at markets. Now we've got 3 storefronts. We've got, a lot of wholesale accounts. We do private labeling. And we've had a lot of awesome opportunities, but what's next? And why do I still feel like I have imposter syndrome? Why do I still have that feeling of that next step I want to take is something that maybe I'm not qualified for? And so that's what imposter syndrome is. Now, so what can we do about this imposter syndrome? I want you to do something that I've started to do, and it's really helped me out on my journey. And that is to reframe what we think of imposter syndrome. So with imposter syndrome, I now understand that if I don't have it, that means I'm not thinking big enough. So for me, now, anytime I have imposter syndrome, thinking that something is not fit for me because I don't have the experience in it, that's when I go for it. That's when I try for it. And that's when I'm really, really hard for it. That's kind of what led us through on our journey. We never had storefronts of any kind. It was, how do we do this? Okay, so what are the steps that I need to take? What do I need to accomplish to secure a space, secure the product, and all of that? And so that's been a really part of our journey with our growth is taking those challenges head on. So I feel now that if I don't have imposter syndrome, that I might not be thinking big enough. To me, I think complacency is a real threat. So I feel that once I feel like there's nothing else that is a challenge for me, that's when I'm going to start getting bored. And that's when I might shift my focus to other things outside of the candle world and outside of our candle businesses. And that can be a real threat to our business if we're not challenging ourselves and trying to strive for more opportunities. What's next for us? Well, we're putting together this Candle Business Pro membership, which is going to be a community of candle business owners, whether small, just starting out, or super experienced. There's people in this community that I want to join that have 10 times the experience that I have. I want them to come in because I want to still learn from people, right? This isn't a membership for me to teach you and other people how to do what I'm doing. Certainly, you're going to be able to pick up a lot of that from us. And we're going to certainly be giving out everything that we possibly know in this membership for you to learn from us and hopefully grow into your own journey, whatever path you want to take. Okay, so here's the 4 steps that you can take to combat your imposter syndrome. 1, you got to acknowledge it. You got to understand that you got it and realize that it's normal. We all have it as we are on our growth journey. So first thing you do is got to acknowledge it. Second thing, reflect on your accomplishments. Realize where you've come from and where you're wanting to go, but take some pride in what you've already done. Whether that is just getting a recipe down right, finally getting your wicking down, finally getting your scent blend combination down so you can repeat that same candle 100 times. Recognize that accomplishment, because every step in the journey is going to be a challenge. So make sure that you are rewarding yourself and acknowledging how far you have come. Regardless if you just started, you've been in this business for 100 years, it doesn't matter. Okay, so the next thing you got to do is shift your perspective. So instead of seeing these challenges as a setback or proof that you're not good enough, See them as an opportunity to grow. That will really help you to kind of open your mindset up a little bit and just see like, hey, I can actually do this. The last thing, surround yourself with a community. Surround yourself with people that are on that same journey with you. And that doesn't matter if you're still trying to figure out a scent blend combination, or you're trying to franchise a business, or you want to open up more shops. It's all about the community and being around people with the same mindset, understanding that we're all on this journey, and that just because I've sold 10,000 candles and you sold none yet, that I'm better than you. I'm not better than you. I might be more skilled than you, but that doesn't mean that I'm better than you. And I should be able to bring you on that journey with me. I love helping other candle makers. If you've gone through any of my courses, you know I truly have a passion for doing that. Chad loves helping people. We love sharing our knowledge. That's where we're building out this community. It's to get us all together and to go on this. There's not a start and end date. It is let's come together. And as long as you're still benefiting from other people and then you're giving your knowledge to other people, this is a spot for you. Okay, so to recap, if you have imposter syndrome, that's great. You should have it. That means you're thinking big enough. If you don't have it, you might not be thinking big enough. I would really encourage you to push past those thoughts of imposter syndrome if it's holding you back from moving forward. Hopefully you'll understand that this is common and we're all experiencing it. So that will hopefully drive you and give you the motivation to push through it and keep going. So that's it for this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have imposter syndrome right now and what it is that you're struggling with. And maybe I can help you out, whether that's through your making of candles, or if you're on your success path within your business and you're not quite sure which direction to go. Leave me a comment, reply to this, and see if I can help you out. Hopefully this has been helpful. Make sure you come and hang out with us, candlebusinesspro.com. You can join our Facebook group. I would absolutely love for you to be part of it. And we can grow together. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care.